Yes, welcome back to Brighton Pier and welcome back to this very special Sky Sports News Euros bus. Now, we are both still waiting to hear whether Sarina Wiegman, the England head coach, will be available for the game tonight after testing positive for COVID. She has spoken to the media and she has said that that eventuality might be a possibility, but it is something they've prepared for. How could it impact their game against Spain tonight?
Normally I'd say it would have a big impact, but obviously she wasn't there for their last game against Northern Ireland and they still managed to score 5 goals. But yeah, I think it's always a bit of a confidence blow when your manager's not there, but I think, you know, they're flying high and full of confidence from the free group game, so hopefully that'll be the same tonight against Spain.
This is adaptation. This is, you know, to win a major tournament, to do these things, you've got to think on your feet. I'm sure she will be getting a point across very well. She strikes me as a person that will do that. So yeah, I think the girls obviously, well, like Kes said, you want your manager about, you want that presence, but she'll be getting a point across, you know, in the right ways, and I've no doubts that tonight England will be fine.
Tonight will be who plays as striker. Alessia Russo has really impressed off the bench, but will they start with their record goal scorer, Ellen White?
Personally, I'd start Ellen White. I think her experience, sometimes, definitely for Ellen White, it's not always, I know she's a fantastic goal scorer and going for those records, but it's not always about the goals that she scores, it's about the work rate and what she puts in for the team. And I think Alessia Russo has been absolutely fantastic, and especially coming on as a sub, you know, she's played with a freedom and a bit of flair. You know, her second goal against Northern Ireland was absolutely special. There's not many players that can do that. So for me, I'd stick the same way, and hopefully whoever it is, England can get some goals tonight.
Yeah, those are thoughts of England legend Rachel Yankey, or former England goalkeeper Rachel Brown-Finnis has been really impressed with super sub Alessia Russo and thinks she could be decisive tonight.
Two teams who dominate possession stats, England and Spain. Who's going to get the better of that stat and really control the game? But Alessia Russo coming off the bench has been nothing short of sensational. I think she had 5 touches of the ball and scored 2 goals when she came on against Northern Ireland. I mean, that's some stat. I think scored with arguably her first touch in that. So it's not just for Sarina Wiegman and the England team about the players who started the match, which have been very consistent in her starting 11. And but it's the game changers who come off the bench. They're not just making up the squad. They have been proven to be the deciding factor often in games, of being the changes that she's made. And one of those has been Alessia Russo. So there's goal threats from every angle. So if you're Spain, watch out.
Their opponents, well, Spain were one of the pre-tournament favourites going into this competition, but they have struggled and finished second in their group. Their head coach thinks England are the team in form.
Este partido, sino para ganar el torneo. Lo han demostrado en la fase de grupos, también en los partidos que han jugado anteriormente con la seleccionadora. Han ganado 17, solamente han empatado 2. Ha conseguido tener un equipo redondo, hecho, conjuntado, compacto, muy sólido. No les consiguen hacer gol, meten goleadas, son muy precisas.
Sounds like a bit of mind games to me there, the Spain head coach piling pressure on England. Laura Bassett alongside me here. We're basking in the sunshine, but the wind has picked up a bit, you might be able to tell. Laura, what have you made of Spain so far this tournament? They were one of the favourites, but they haven't looked like they're at the races, really.
No, they certainly haven't got into the rhythm or flow that England have found themselves. It was quite an impressive victory over Finland, the way they played, the goals that they scored. But yeah, we just still haven't seen that free flow in Spain. I think, you know, they've been going to wide areas and been getting success, but then delivering balls into the box from deeper areas that maybe we wouldn't expect. You know, maybe they're still trying to get over losing Hermoso, because normally you'd deliver the balls into Hermoso or Pateas, and they still haven't found whether it's Garcia or Gonzalez, I think, you know, whether, you know, to find those players, it just hasn't really still mixed up. I don't know, they're still trying to find their way. So I think and England will be happy with that. We know how dominant Leah Williamson and Millie Bright are in the air. So I think, you know, they're certainly, we're waiting for that wow performance from Spain, but it's not going to come tonight.
Yeah, which is good news for England.
Exactly.
Yes, we're excited about this one. It's a quarter-final of a knockout competition. Of course we're excited about this one. England against Spain, two of the pre-tournament favourites going head-to-head live here in Brighton at the Amex. And we're not the only ones excited, because this has been quite an inspirational tournament for quite a lot of the young girls and boys watching. We've been speaking to the general manager at Brighton Women, Polly Bancroft, and she said lots of the girls have been inspired.
We've actually seen an increase of 55% of attendance and participation on our programmes through Albion in the Community, which is our charity arm. We've also had an increase, maximum numbers of girls trial for our academy. So those kind of immediate impacts we're starting to see. And then after the tournament, we're hoping for an increase in attendances to watch the women's first team in the Women's Super League, whether that's at the Amex or at Crawley.